Ships ahoy! Good morning students, this is Neeraj Sharma, your general knowledge teacher. Today we will be discussing different names of famous ships, which is your page 17 in your general knowledge book for grade 7. Fine, we are going to discuss about the famous ships. So let's move to the first picture. First I will show you the picture, then I will show its features and then I will name it. Try to recognize this. What is the name of this ship? This was captained by Sir Francis Drake in year 1577. I will keep telling you the important points. Captained by whom? Sir Francis Drake. In which year? 1577. It was earlier known as Pelican. The first name that he gave to this ship was Pelican, which is a seabird kind of thing. He named it after it. And this ship is used for circumnavigation of the world in 1577 by Sir Francis Drake. Sir Francis Drake used this ship for circumnavigation of the world. What is the meaning of circumnavigation, children? Circumnavigation actually means sailing or traveling around and round through the world. Fine. He used it for the circumnavigation purpose. This ship is used for circumnavigation. The weight of this ship was 100 tons. What's its name? Earlier name was Pelican. It was renamed to Golden Hind. Fine. We'll just look at the picture once again. This is Golden Hind. We'll move on to our second picture. Try to recognize it first. Just look at the picture. There are several windows that appear to be showing some guns through them. Guns are coming out through them. So it is very much clear from the picture that this was a battleship. That means it was used in the battlefield. What's its name? This is HMS Victory. It is actually a 104 gun first rate ship. Fine, we will read about it first. There are 104 guns over here. This was the flagship of Admiral Horatio Nelson. What is the meaning of flagship, children? Flagship means ships in a fleet which carries the common admiral. Fine. Who was the admiral? Horatio Nelson. Fine. It vanquished French and Spanish fleets at the Battle of Trafalgar near Spain on 21st October 1805. This means vanquished. The meaning of vanquish is defeated. This ship, this is a battleship as I told you. This defeated the French and the Spanish fleets where? At the Battle of Trafalgar, which occurred near Spain on date 21st October in the year 1805. Fine. And right now where it is? It is on display in Portsmouth, England. Right now it is not used for battle anymore. It is on display in Portsmouth in England. It is a 104 gun first rate ship. What's its name? HMS Victory. What is the full form of HMS? His or Her Majesty Service. Fine, we will look at the picture once again. There are 104 guns that are coming out of the ship. This was a battleship. The first ship that we studied was used for circumnavigation, which was at Golden Hind. The second one that we have studied is HMS Victory, which was a battleship that was used in battlefield. We'll move on to the third picture. Just notice its key features. The different thing that we can notice in this picture is this wheel mechanism on which it seems to moving to through the help of this wheel. It seems to float on the ocean bed, and we will read about it first. This was the first steamship to cross Atlantic Ocean, and it demonstrated practicability of steam navigation on the ocean by using small steam engine and pinewood fuel supply. It voyaged from May 24 to June 20 in the year 1819. So first very thing that I want to tell you is this was the first steamship. Earlier the ships used the sails to move. This was the first steamship. That means this used the mechanism of steam engine. For the very first time, the steam engine mechanism was used in this ship. It crossed the Atlantic Ocean, fine, and of course it moves on the wheel mechanism, so it demonstrates the practicability of steam navigation, on the ocean by using the steam engine, and the fuel that it used was pine wood fuel, fine. What's its name? This is SS Savannah. This is steamship Savannah. It was the steamer Everglade, built in 1856 at New York, and this is famous as it was the very first ship to use steam engine, and earlier people used the sails to move the ships, but this was using the steam engine. Cool. Now we will move to our fourth picture. This you must have seen in the movie Titanic. It is clearly visible that this is a cruise ship. What is a cruise ship? A luxurious ship which has hotels and luxurious things over it. This is a cruise ship. Its name is RMS Titanic. You must have, I don't know whether you have watched the movie Titanic or not. In that particular movie, this ship has been shown. We'll read about it first. This was the world's largest and most luxurious ocean liner of its time, and it sank in North Atlantic on 14 to 15 April. That means early morning on 15th of April, it sank in year 1912 after hitting an iceberg on its maiden voyage. Maiden means the very first. On its very first journey, it sank in the North Atlantic on early morning 15th of April 1912 after hitting an iceberg. And one thing I would like to tell you is it carried approximately 2,500 people, out of which 1,500 people including men, women and children were dead. This is RMS Titanic. What is the full form of RMS? Royal Mail Service. This is RMS Titanic, which sinking of this, which was the one of deadliest marine disaster that occurred. We'll move to the fifth picture. As it is clearly visible through this picture, there are several guns coming out from the front as well as from back. Just look here. The guns are visible. So this is very much clear that this is again a battleship. This was used in the battlefield. This is its name is Bismarck. What's its name? Bismarck. We'll read about it. It was the first of the two largest World War II ship which was built by Germans, and it was launched in 1939. It displayed 52,600 tons and it mounted 8 15-inch guns. It moved at a speed of 30 knots, which is approximately 55 kilometers per hour. That means it was actually a German battleship which was named after the Chancellor Otto von Bismarck. Fine. And in July 1936, it was laid down in a shipyard in Hamburg and was launched almost after 3 years, that is in 1939. It displaced 52,600 tons and it has 8 15-inch guns. This is Bismarck. It has guns. Fine. And it moved at a speed of 30 knots. One thing I would like to tell you is knots is a unit for measurement of speed in marine and the airways. Fine. This is the unit used in marine and airways, which is approximately 30 knots is approximately equal to 55 kilometers per hour. It moved at this speed. Its name is Bismarck, a German battleship. This was Bismarck. Now coming to the interesting tidbits. Phantoms observed at land or sea are part of optical illusion. Many seamen say that they see ships sailing through the sky above horizon, that is, in the air. These images are explained by mirages, which are caused by the refraction of light rays. As you can see this picture, which seems to be floating in the sky. This is not actually floating in the sky, but seamen say that they have noticed some ships sailing through the sky above horizon, which is not a reality, it is just an illusion. What is the meaning of phantoms? Phantoms means illusionary, which is not real. In other words, we call the phantoms, we refer actually this term for the ghosts and all. So this is illusionary, this doesn't happen actually. This picture depicts mirages, which is caused by the refraction of light. Due to the refraction of light, it seems to be floating in the sky, but it is not actually happening. Fine. One of the more example I would like to tell you is, while traveling, you must have noticed at a distance on road, we sometimes observe that there is some water, but when we go further, we notice that it was just the sunshine that was falling over that road. So this is again one of the example of mirages that you must have observed in your life day to time. Now coming to the Flying Dutchman. This is the Flying Dutchman. This is actually shown in the Pirates of Caribbean movies. This is a European legend, and ship doomed to sail for eternity. This ship was doomed to sail for eternity, forever. Forebores a disaster if spotted by seamen. It was believed that if any seaman looks at this, finds this, it was not lucky for the seamen, and it caused disasters. Fine. If you have seen the Pirates of Caribbean movies, you must have seen the Flying Dutchman. Cool. There are parts 2 and 3 of Pirates of Caribbean movies. We can see the Flying Dutchman. That's all for today, class students. Just go through the ships once again. I would like to tell you the special things about them once more. This is the Golden Hind, which was used for the navigation purpose. Then our ship 2 was HMS Victory, which was a battleship. Then our ship 3 was SS Savannah, which was a steamship. Then the 4th ship that we read about was RMS Titanic, which was a cruise ship. And the last one was Bismarck, which was again a battleship. So read about them, write them somewhere, write their names, go through the pictures, and try to read the pictures. Try to find out the important things that we can observe from the pictures. For example, the battleships show the guns coming out. Right? It's very much clear from the picture only the ship was used for what purpose. So we'll meet again in our next session. Till then, just go through the video. Thank you.